Okay. Okay. It should be live. It should be. The stream. I've started streaming my encoder. No. Alright, let's try. Okay. Let's have a look at that. Stream health. It should be working. Oh my god, it's not working. Oh, this isn't working. I've probably been sitting here saying it's not working, and it is. Okay. Well, this is very laggy and not good. My upload speeds are not working very well, so I'm going to have to bail. My internet is not coping. We're going to have to just go live through Instagram, I think, which is frustrating. I was really hoping to be able to go live with both sources today, which is a little frustrating. So I'm just going to keep trying for a second and see what I can do. And oops, wrong buttons. I can see Tammy commenting. Tammy, I don't know if this is working at all. Just jumping onto Instagram to see if I can get it to go. I thought I had it all tested, but for some reason my internet is not being friendly. I'm gonna kill some things. I'm also gonna make sure I mute that. Whoops. So I'm not quite sure how it's going. Even my phone's playing up. I think the whole internet in the area is not good. I'm going to try Instagram again. Start live, checking the connection. Come on, Instagram. Here we go. Instagram to the rescue at least. Hi, Instagram. The YouTube live is playing up. My home connection is not fantastic. So it's a little frustrating. I had hoped to do double camera for the YouTubers as well so they could see everything. Oh, thanks, Tammy. I hope my 50th episode goes well as well. So far, not to a good start. There is some serious lag happening for my YouTube followers, so I feel really sorry for them. So we're just going to have to, I'm just trying to work out what's going on there, which is so clicking away on their computer when all we want to be doing is crocheting. So that's fun. So 50 episodes on YouTube, which my YouTube stream is not working very well. I'm just checking some settings in OBS just to see if I have done something stupid there. So let's drop that down to 800, apply, and see if that makes any difference. It's just going to be changing some settings in YouTube. So if you've got any questions, please ask away. Obviously, I am still sick, so I'm sorry if I cough in your ear. If the audio is funny, let me know, and I will. I don't know what I'll do, to be honest. I'll try something. Yeah, so I'm just trying to see. Now, Tammy, I saw that you managed to get onto YouTube for a second. Was it evil? Like, is my question. Did you get anything at all, or is it completely dead? So, yeah, I'm not sure what's going on with YouTube. I'm persevering and trying to make it work. It is being a bit evil, and it's destroying the plan. This was not the plan. So I will kill that one, and I want that one and that one. So we'll see if they work. So worst case scenario is that I have got the feeds that I was going to create for YouTube. I've got it recording, so I can always upload it after I finish here on Instagram, which is a little sad and a little disappointing. I had really wanted to have everything there all together, but obviously I did not allow for the evils that are Australian internet, or more so my internet. So I'm just setting up some stuff there. So I don't know if anyone is in YouTube right now. So I'm just trying to see the chat there. Nope, I can't see the chat there. So I'm going to have to open up another browser, which kind of is what I didn't want to do because it's already struggling. So the last thing I wanted to do was add more strugglings. So this is not being fun. Anyway, I've got my cow that I'm working on. It is the it is the cow that I was working on for the sample for the latest video, that went up yesterday late because I've been sick. So that's not awesome at all. Stuff seems to be working on the YouTube. I just don't think it's really or very, not laggy. But we'll see how it's going. So I am recording this, so I'll be able to upload the better quality at the end. So I am sorry for all those people watching YouTube live, and that it is a bit it's a bit grainy is probably the best way to put it. It's a little bit grainy. So it is working as far as I can see. If someone in chat in there would let me know if they could hear me. I've had to change some audio settings so that it could work, and we will see how that yeah, so I'm about to cough, so I'm really sorry. I will try to keep coughing and that kind of thing to a minimum, but I am going to have to, oh, is it going again? And it is purely just because I have just dreadful internet connection. I'm just going to see if I can refresh anything here. We'll see what we can see, hey? The stream is currently offline on YouTube, so I'm so sorry, YouTube viewers. I will just have to, I'm just going to have to plod along. I'm just going to have to plod I'm sorry, Instagram. I'm just going to have to plod along with just Instagram only because YouTube is not being good. I'm going to be continually trying to get the YouTube to keep working, just so that people know to come and hang out at Instagram if they want to chat, just because that's all I've got working right now. So I will upload this footage to YouTube later on, or probably tonight, because it will be a pretty big file, I would imagine. So it's a lot of fun being like doing YouTube videos on a really slow internet speed. It's a lot easier uploading videos and doing live, obviously, because I don't have to worry so much about speeds and if someone else is on the internet, or if there's just dodgy weather. If we have dodgy weather, it messes up our phone line and our internet here. I mean, I make it sound like I live out in the country somewhere, but I don't. I am a half an hour drive from the capital city. It's just how Australian internet works. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. One more. Anyone who's watched yesterday's video is probably sick to death of seeing this yarn, I can tell you right now. Oh, hang on. So 1, 2, 3. Just trying to sort of work out the balance of whether I do something live or whether I do something and record it. Recording is easier because I get to edit out all my ums, because I am terrible. I a lot. I see I'm ahhing now. So I and ah a lot, and I don't like it. I don't like how indecisive it makes me sound. And I don't know why I do it, but I do. So I like to be able to edit all those out, and any sort of incidental noise. I have 2 dogs, but the neighbours also have, they have 3 dogs on one side and 1 dog on the other side. 2 dogs out the back. So it sounds like I'm in some sort of dog menagerie farm thing. And I like to be able to edit out some of the dog noise if I can, especially if the postman comes. That makes it a lot of fun, because my dog, Snowy, thinks the postman must be fully in love with her or something, and if she is not allowed out when he's on his route, she completely loses her mind, like completely loses her mind. So that makes life fun for her. And so he doesn't come all like every day, but holy goodness, if she is locked in the house when he is here, even if she's outside, I can, like, and I'm recording, I still have to try and get that sound out, because it is crazy. It's absolutely, like, you guys have probably heard the occasional bit of dog noise that I haven't been able to edit out because it would mean cutting out something important. And yeah, it makes it so fun trying to, get all that sort of stuff done. And coming up with the ideas is fun as well. I really enjoy coming up with different ideas to do for the videos, and I really appreciate it when someone else comes up with an idea, because I was actually talking to Tim last night about the YouTube videos, whether or not they actually are an advantage business-wise to Fiberific, because of the amount of, like, the literal amount of time they take. Because I'm only like noob at this, complete, like 50 episodes sounds a lot. 2, 4, 6, 7. But if you've watched any from the start, you'll know that, like, at the start I was using natural sunlight, a dodgy camera. My editing skills were amusing. Let's go with amusing. I mean, they're not fantastic now, but I've definitely learnt some stuff, which I think is really important. And that's something I really like, is that I've got the opportunity just to sit down and do this and to learn how to do it. I'm just going to see it. Look, it seems to be working on YouTube. I'm just going to double check if there's anyone in YouTube chat, because for me to see what's happening, I had to actually drop out the oh, okay, so Anka is in YouTube. Thank you, Anka. I hope it's still working. It's a bit blurry. I'm sorry. I had to really drop down the stream quality so that it would actually work at all. And I don't know if it'll work if I keep this open. I wonder if I can just have the chat, because my dashboard won't let me see the live chat. So let me have a look. And I enable live chat. So disable. Done. And then I'm going to re-enable the live chat. Done. And let's just see if that picks up the chat. I'm just, sorry Instagram, just trying to make sure this all works and is happy. Okay, so, well, it's working to a degree. So, see, look at all the arms. I can't edit them out here either, can I? Just have to suck it up. It's great. All right, so it's been a lot of fun doing these videos, and as I was saying before, it's really nice when someone else comes up with an idea, like Anka did. She sent me a suggestion of how to knit with silk, I think it was, and so I did some tips on how I like to knit with silk. And that's the other thing, is in this sort of crafting industry that we have, everything is someone's opinion, and there's so many ways to do things, and there's so many tools to use or tools not to use, or any of the above, that it makes it too easy to say, oh, no, you can't do it this way, you can't do it that way. And that's why I joke around that there's no craft police, because we are making something for ourselves, and we get to do it however we want, because we're making it for ourselves. Yeah, I hope everybody has a cuppa. I've got a cuppa. I've got a nice cup of, oh, I'm hoping it's nice. I haven't had any yet. Hang on. I'll tell you if it's nice. That's good. That's a good coffee. It's nice when you make yourself a good coffee. I hate it when I make a bad coffee. There we go. Alright, so Anka, are you still in YouTube, and is it still working, is the question. 2, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And my next question is, can you hear the music in the background? Because I don't know if you'd be able to hear it Instagram, but technically YouTube should be getting it directly through my computer rather than through the speakers. So that would be nice to know as well, because if that's not the case, I will just ditch that. But I like listening to it, and I don't want it too loud, because otherwise I'd have to speak up over the top of it, and my voice is sore. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. Sorry, I got sidetracked into my craft, because that happens. I'm sure it happens to other people, not just me. Now, unfortunately for me, some of my friends who would normally be chatting to me on this one day, for various reasons, are unable. So at the moment, I feel like I'm talking to the void. Am I talking to the void? I'm talking to the void, aren't I? 2, 4, 6. No, that's still live. Goodness me, for a second there I thought there was something wrong with the Instagram. It had like a thing up on the screen and I'm like, ooh. But no, it's good. It's all good. Ah, Uncle, you're still there. That's cool. Ah, it's just because it's treble stitches and I don't need to like really, they just happen. They don't, it's not that fast. It's not. I suppose it's faster than when I first learnt. That's for certain. Um, how are you enjoying not being in summer right now, Anka? Because we had our first cooler night in months, and I really appreciated it. I think we got down to, I think it went down to 18 degrees overnight. That's Celsius, and I slept a lot better, which is nice. Without air conditioning, which is even better when you're feeling sick. I don't like sleeping in air conditioning at the best of times, but when when I'm sick, I really don't want to be in the air conditioning. So Abby is back at school. She still has a cough. 5, 6, and 7. Sorry, I get sucked into what I'm doing. She still has a bit of a cough, but she's back at school. She currently hates me because I'm making her go to school. But she had a whole week off, and the doctor's note was only for a week, and she's finished her antibiotics. And I think that if I just kept her home until she was in perfect working order, she'd be here for months. And my mental health is not worth that. So yeah, hang on a second. I'm about to cough again. Sorry. Yeah, so, okay. I'm assuming that it is no worries, has something to do with you can hear the music and it's not too loud. Is that right? I'm not sure. Okay. So what else? 50 episodes on YouTube. So I've learnt some tricks. I've started watching a lot of other YouTubers, and not so much for entertainment. I mean, it is entertaining. I'm not going to lie to you. But also to try and work out how they do some of their things, how they do some of their edits and lighting, and because I'm so pale that I don't always want to cake on like 20 kilos of makeup. And so I want to learn some cool lighting tricks so that I don't look quite so pale all the time. Um, excuse me, sorry. Yeah, so yeah, I know that there's some YouTubers that are definitely not as tan looking. 2, 4, 6, can't count. 2, 4, 6, one more. They can't count. They can't count. Oh my gosh. No, they're not as tan as they look. And it's because of something that you can do with your lighting and your editing. And I want to learn that trick. So it's not that I want to trick people. It's just, you guys watch these videos like, maybe twice if I'm super lucky. But when I'm editing, I'm rewatching the footage over and over again for a couple of hours, like of just one video. Oh, you can't hear any music at all? Let me have a look here. How's that? Can you hear something now? So we'll see. I don't want it too loud, so I'm a little nervous. Yeah, let me know if you can hear that and if it's too loud. Because I don't want to put the audio on so that I can, so that otherwise it'll be weird. It'll ghost around and we'll all hear it at different times. 2, 4, 5. Oh, the song stopped. Oh, there we go. Song's going again. But yeah, so I knitted with linen. No, I haven't. I've crocheted with linen, but I've never knitted with it. I found it to be quite hard on my hands. Oh, you can hear the music, Tammy. That's cool. So that Instagram can hear the music. YouTube can't hear the music. So we're trying to fix that. Abby's cough sounding fine still. Yeah. It is. It's, it's better than my cough. So I'm here doing stuff, not doing nothing. So, but yeah, knitting with linen. I've not knitted it. I have crocheted. It's crazy to have two winters in 1 year, but you got so much sock knitting and Netflix. Oh yes, absolutely. That's some of the big advantages of the heat for me, is because I just shut the house down and go from there. I am feeling a lot better, Tammy. The big drama that I was having was I was getting these cracking headaches and fevers. Most things I can deal with, but I can't deal with headaches. I'm such a sooky baby. And then what happens is after I get sick, my asthma kicks in, and that's fun. So hopefully it shouldn't be too bad this time around, which should be good. But yeah, so I don't know. I think I'm just thinking about Anka in YouTube wrote that she's been getting some Netflix in, and I'm really thinking about it. It doesn't matter what the season is. I get the Netflix in no matter what. If it's too hot, I put the air conditioning on and move my, work to the lounge room, and sit out there in the cool and watch Netflix. If it's too cold, get a blanket, sit on the couch, move my work to the lounge room, and watch Netflix. So I think Netflix is on. Oh yeah. Oh, so the cough that Abby gave me. Yeah, Abby thinks it's quite amusing. And because now my dad, who's staying with us at the moment as well, he seems to have gotten it too. So she thinks it's quite hilarious. I was talking to her about it this morning, and she was giggling. She was like, "Oh, I'm sorry." She's not sorry. She's really not. She's definitely not sorry at all. So yeah, completely not sorry that she has passed the lurgy on, but she's feeling better. So, and yeah. So Tammy, I've seen you do trebles. I've watched you do, and if you're crocheting that blanket, that Wonder Woman blanket, you're doing trebles on that, right? Because, unless it's American pattern, then you're doing double crochets. So maybe you could be thinking that you can't do a treble because you're thinking in US stitches. So I think in, it depends. Sometimes I think in Australian crochet terminology, and sometimes I think in US terminology. And so that's one of the reasons why I make sure I'm putting the little tags up on YouTube, like the little slidey things that come up, because that way, no matter which one I say, everyone knows what I'm talking about. Because sometimes it's just, sometimes it's just that I can't remember which one I've done. So, because I just do both. I just do the stitch, and in my brain it equals both. Oh, you can hear the music now. Oh, that's good. I hope it's not too loud. I just want a little bit of background noise, just so that you don't just have to listen to me. You can listen to the soothing tones of James Sewell. Hang on a second. So yeah, listening James Sewell. So he's James Sewell 13, James J Sewell on SoundCloud, and I really like James Sewell. Sorry, I think he is very talented and he's very generous. He allows people like me to use his wonderful tunes that he creates, and we don't have to worry about YouTube strikes and copyright rules and all that sort of stuff. He's very, very generous with it. And all you have to really do is give him credit, which why wouldn't you? It's his music. And I try and put in links, and it's just nice background music. I find it to be really good. And it's not too thumpy, and it's not too mellow, because if the music's too mellow, I might accidentally fall asleep, and we don't want that. So it's really weird, okay, because I've got Instagram here and YouTube here, and one of them mirrors. So in one screen, my hair is over the left side, and I'm looking at it from the other side, and it is like on the other side. So it's really messing with my brain. So yeah, that's fun. Something completely irrelevant to anyone watching. But okay, so the 50 episodes of YouTube have been an amazing learning curve for me. I had a history in sound and lighting, and really all I could work out with the YouTube was what I didn't want, and I really didn't want poor sound. It bothers me something fierce when I'm trying to learn something, but I can't quite hear what they're saying, or I can't quite make out what they're saying. Sorry. Yeah, and I can't quite make out what they're saying, I can't hear what they're saying, and it just bothers me. So if I had the one thing that I wanted to make sure I got right, so that I went out and I bought a little bit of sound gear. I got a little microphone, and I got a Zoom H5, so that it would record, it actually saves the sound, and then when I'm editing, I merge the sound and the video together. They're not plugged in together, although I could do that if I had a cord and a hot shoe mount for my H5, which I don't have. So shopping list. All these things cost money, and I haven't gotten that far yet. I did splurge out and buy a new camera late last year. 2, 4, 6, 7, and then it would have been probably around Christmas. Or maybe just before Christmas, I bought a new editing software. I'd been using a free one, which it was still very good, but it couldn't take in all video files. So it was not allowing anything from my phone recorded, or anything that I'd recorded using a webcam. And it was just making life just that little bit trickier than it sort of needed to be. And so I decided to bite the bullet and stop being a sookie baby and go and get oh, what have I done there? No, nothing. It's all good. There's nothing wrong. Yeah, and just go out and get the Adobe Cloud, because I already had Photoshop and Lightroom for the photo editing for my website, and so I just upgraded my license and got the video editing stuff as well. It's actually got heaps of stuff, but primarily for the video editing stuff, which I had to learn again, so it was a whole new learning curve on new software, and I just sort of went from there. And I'm figuring out things, and I watch a lot of YouTube videos on how to use the software and how to do all the things, and it's just no, I definitely have screwed something up here. No. I'm just going to do it and see what happens. Sorry. No, I've definitely screwed that up. So I'm going to pull out that row and the row before it. I did. I slip chained the wrong side. Let's just hope I don't land any yarn in my coffee. So, sorry for the delay. So I've been having some learning curves on different software and learning how to edit and how to do all the bits and pieces. But if truth be known, I actually really enjoy learning all of that sort of stuff. I really enjoy the entire process of it. I'm not the hugest fan of the wait in the upload, like having to wait and wait and wait. But that's just part of, there we go. I'm back. Everything's fine now. I'm back to the right place. I've only got 2 rows to fix up. And as Anka said, I crochet quite quick. So I'll fix it up in no time. But yeah, so it makes life very fun. Breaks up the week from just dying and website orders and things like that. So I've got Mondays is pretty much get Abby off to school, come home, build the YouTube set, film the Monday episode. If I'm really lucky, I can film the Tuesday episode. If I'm very lucky, I can get the Thursday one done as well. 2, 4, 6, and 7. It generally doesn't happen. It's generally filmed on a separate day. And then I will, I forgot to do the increase on the side. 2, 3, 4. And then I will grab all the files, double check them on the computer. Then while they're transferring over, I try and pack up as much of the YouTube set as possible, because I build it in the middle of my lounge room. So if I leave it up, no one can get to the couches for a start, because there's lights and camera tripods and microphone stand and all sorts of bits and pieces everywhere. And then on B, even if they could get to the couch, they can't see, because this beautiful array is across part of the television, so they just can't see it. So I've got to try and get that pulled back down before the family sort of come back to the house and get on with their kind of life, getting on with life. So so that's that part of it I don't like so much. It'd be nice to have somewhere just to set it up and leave it and just come and sit down and record something and then move on, but it doesn't work that way. Reality has to kick in, and I only have certain number of square meters in my home, and the majority of those are taken up with Fiberific stock for the website, so that's fun. And then on Tuesdays I tend to ship a lot of orders, because I have the weekend orders and Monday orders that all go together. If someone ordered on the Friday before, they may get a little bit of express postage just to make up for the delay, but not on Saturdays and Sundays. They just get standard post normally. It depends. I'm very flighty is the best word when it comes to deciding how people get their orders shipped, and I'll quite often just send it express, just because it's and it's from a business perspective. I think it's a bit of goodwill, and I like goodwill. I like it when people show me goodwill, so I like it when I can show goodwill. So, and it's something it's a nice thing when your parcel of goodies arrives just that little bit quicker than you were hoping, and I like that. So 2, 4, 6, and 7. So this has been a journey. The videos have probably nearly been going for it'd be coming up to a year that I've been doing these videos for now. And then towards the end of last year, I increased the volume from 1 a week to 2 a week, which has get us to 50 a lot quicker. Because there was some breaks. There's Christmas. I have a big break over Christmas. I tend to have a break over Bendigo, just because thanks, Raylene. I got your message. Yeah, so I tend to just not so much have a break as such, but just break from YouTube, just because I don't have any videos ready to just have released on specific dates, which that would be smart if I could do that. And it's not so much smart. It's more that I've got to just film extra videos so that I can get them up and going. There we go. I'm still going here. 2, 4, 6, and 7. Yeah, so just to get them up and running on there. And I'm just 2, 3. I'm just thinking about the notifications coming through my computer, how loud they are. So fingers crossed that they're not too loud. It doesn't really matter, does it? No one minds if they hear the occasional notification, do they? I'm sure you'd tell me if you did. So I'm assuming that the YouTube is still going, albeit at its nice low resolution, which is, I'm very sorry about that, but it was kind of that or nothing. 2, 4, 6, 7. I did try to stream it at the higher rate, and it just kept going offline, basically, and I was getting a warning from YouTube just saying that my stream health was too weak, and so I really had to just knock it back to really quite low, which is a little sad. But what I'll do is, rather than upload this live stream that's this, I will actually upload the saved copy that I have, so that it is a better quality for those people that want to watch later, if anyone wants to watch later, that is. So I'm just been really, I know I've said it before, but I've been really enjoying this process of YouTube. I have a lot of fun with it. It's a little bit love-hate. There's a lot of work that goes in, and I get a lot of spam messages from very unusual people types that I have to keep out of my messages, like on the videos. So that's fun, is keeping those sorts of things out. Nothing too terrible, just things that I probably wouldn't like Abby to read, so I make sure that they just don't appear. So don't write rude messages or I'll delete them. That's the general thing that we've learnt from this, is don't write rude messages or sub for sub. Like, that's the thing, is, as you all know, I am trying to grow the YouTube channel, and it's very tempting to spam and, you know, just generally be annoying, and I try not to do that because I don't like it when people do it to me, so why would I do it to other people, is generally what I'm thinking. And so I just don't do it, really, is what it boils down to. I just don't do it, or I try not to do it. Like, there's a lot of Facebook groups for knitting and crochet and things like that, and I think, oh, they might be interested in this video that just came out, I'll see. But I still feel really weird doing that. And I had an interesting issue, or not so much issue, but an interesting conversation with a marketing guy, and he was very much convinced that knitting and crochet was for older people. And I mean, I'm no spring chicken, but I wouldn't consider myself an older person, really. I probably am, but I'm just deluding myself. So yeah, but I just didn't like how it sort of made me feel. 2, 4, 6. So I had a little explosive rant. You know what? It wasn't explosive, and it wasn't a rant. It was just, I commented, and I left a message in a few different places for other people's feedback, is really all it was. It wasn't a rant. I try not to rant. Ranting gets you nowhere, just frustrated and grumpy, because no one listens anyway, shaking your fist at the wind. So yeah, it's just, and that helped, I think, and it helped people to realize that the YouTube channel is here, and that I'm putting up content every week, and that's the thing, I think, is to make sure that we just have something fun for us to have a look at every week, and even twice a week sometimes. So yeah, I just try and keep going with that. I would like to know, those of you that are watching, what are you working on? Are you crafting right now, or are you just having coffee, or what are you up to? 2, 4, oops, 5 and 6. And I don't know why YouTube won't let you comment, Raylene. That's annoying. But at least it lets you watch. And if I can get this sort of thing to actually work at a better upload rate, which I'm not quite sure how I would do that. 2, 4, 6, 7. Would this be something that you would be interested in seeing a bit more regularly, a bit of just live crafting and chatting? I was thinking about doing a craft along, whether it's a knit along or a crochet along, and for us to do it together, but we'll have to wait and see how that goes. My biggest problem with it is quite literally my dodgy Australian internet. I've got a cap upload rate of 1 megabit per second, which is a little laughable, really, considering I have cable internet. My download speeds are like 35 megabits per second, and then my upload speed is 1. So it's like Telstra are like, oh, you can spend all this extra money and up it to 2. And you're like, yeah. How much would it cost for me to up it to 10? Because 10 would be useful. 5 would be great. But no, I can't do that. I can only get it to 2. So I might have to have a look into doing that if you guys want more live things. If you want more regular live things. Who is my favourite podcaster? I don't tend to listen to many podcasts except for the Internet Creators Guild put out an interview each week, or each fortnight, I should say. I listen to that. And I listen to Roberto Blake has one. I'm working on Raylene says, I'm working on trying to get my head around technology. I'm sorry, Raylene. Me too, really. This whole thing has been a little bit of a mess. So I've got an Instagram camera here, and I've got a YouTube camera here, and trying to have them both work at the same time, and not show my ironing pile. That's why this is here. It's to hide the ironing pile and the pile of stock. Yeah. So technology is not being fun. So I don't listen to many podcasts except for educational stuff. Roberto Blake, who I learned a lot of my YouTubing tricks from. Raylene, I don't know which ideas you love. So I listen to Roberto Blake. I like finding different music on SoundCloud. That's because I use SoundCloud for my podcasting that I listen to. But I tend to, like, my favorite YouTubers is a whole nother question. I love Rhett and Link from Good Mythical Morning. They crack me up hardcore. I love Roberto Blake. I watch his. I like Gary Vaynerchuk. But when it comes to, I like Philip DeFranco, and I watch all those guys daily. Like, they put stuff out every day, and I watch it. But when it comes to crafting stuff, I really like Yanda Woman's podcast. She's funny. Or YouTube video, I should say. And I like Very Pink Knits. Oh, you are, sorry, thank you. You want more live stuff. Well, you need to get your technology sorted out, Raylene, so that you can comment on YouTube. Yeah, so I like the Yanda Woman podcast. I like, so I keep saying podcast. I mean YouTube video. Podcasts are for listening to. YouTube is for watching. That's me explaining things to myself, by the way. Sorry. So yeah, Very Pink Knits. I like some of the stuff that Craftsy are putting out. They've just started a new one with the Grocery Girls. I watched that first episode and that looked pretty cool. My thing is that I don't like stuff to go on for too long, says Chantel, who's now been doing this for an hour live. But when it comes to pre-recorded stuff, I like it to be a bit shorter. I like little mouthfuls. Melinda, I met her last year at Bendigo. Last year or the year before? I can't remember. They kind of blend in. But yeah, they seemed lovely, like really nice, and I like that. Hi, Gamer Widow. But yeah, so I that'd be about it, I think. I do tend to just consume the stock standard YouTube that everyone consumes. And I love laughing. So I love listening to, the guys like Rhett and Link and all those sorts of people who are just crack me up. And again, like I was saying earlier in the stream, I like watching them to learn sort of the skills that I don't have, like lighting, and like lighting for video is different for lighting for stage. Like, I can light a stage up really well, but lighting for video is a whole nother thing. And also like making sure like the composition of your shot is how you want it, and that it's cutting out things like your fat butt, and there's things I don't want on the internet, and my butt's one of them. I don't want that on the internet. No one wants to see that, and I'm not kidding, it's not going up ever. Yeah, so 2, 4, 6, 7. I'm just going to click to another screen here just to have a look at something. I cannot see. Yeah, I'm very sorry, you guys, that this has been a really, really low grade of video for those watching it live. I'm hoping to be able to use what I'm recording to be able to make it a better quality video when I upload it onto YouTube later on. So we'll see how that goes. I can't make any promises. My technological skills are limited. And so, yeah, that does limit me from things like, so the internet limits me, my skills limit me, my brain limits me, but it also makes it so I can try all these cool things. And I'm not afraid to screw up, as you can see. Rather than just try and get one live stream going, I decided to do it in 2 places at the same time. So, my imagination is not lacking. 2, 4, 5, and 1 more is 6, and 1 is 7. So, what kind of bread are you making, Anka? Because I love making bread, but my daughter won't eat the homemade bread. Equipment is one thing. Gamer Widow's written, equipment is one thing. Australia's internet needs space. Australia's internet speed makes it hard. You're doing great with what you've got to work with. Oh, thank you. Yeah, Australians' internet speed. Like, I get really grumpy about the internet speed here in Australia. I get indignant is the word. we are a first world country that has third world countries beating our internet speed for uploads. Now, you know, everyone's like talking about faster uploads, faster downloads, faster downloads. And I am like, but I just want a decent upload, please. So, yeah, I'll get off that little Apple box right now. Now, I'm just going to move my head out of screen because I just need to wipe my nose, guys. I'm sorry. Sorry about that. Yeah, it's very frustrating knowing that you are being limited, not so much by your skills, but by the resources around us. But in saying that, we can still do this. We can do it, and we can get it done, and we just have to understand that we won't be able to stream live in full HD over to YouTube or to Twitch. I stream gaming to Twitch every now and again, not very often, and not lately, I haven't, but I had to really limit my OBS right down for that because I just couldn't get a little, video square of me in the corner and then a game broadcast in any sort of decent quality. And it was frustrating, and people were very kind when you explained, because like everyone asked, why aren't you in HD? And they're very kind, but at the end of the day, it was something I didn't have to be doing, and it was creating yeah, I bet it does. 2, 4, 6. It's just, I just don't understand. Like, I don't understand why we don't have better upload speeds in Australia. I just don't understand it. And I would like to understand it. So if anyone's got any articles for me to read, feel free to get them over to me on, send me some links on Twitter or on Facebook or something. I'm at Fiberific everywhere. Except for YouTube, which is hilarious, where I'm at Fiberific Australia. Because there is someone who already has Fiberific on YouTube, completely empty account, doesn't do anything with it, but they've got it. So I've had to have Fiberific Australia, which is fine. It's better than having to just stick with numbers and that long string of blah. 2, 4, 6, and 7. Yeah, so if you've got any questions for me, I would love to answer anything. I feel like I'm blathering. I blather, and I'm okay with blathering, but you guys don't want to hear me blathering, right? I can't count to 6 for some reason. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll just crochet and count it again because that didn't work. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, so blathering on and on is a skill that I have. I can blather on for hours and hours and hours, which I won't. What am I planning to listen to on my way down to Spendigo? Well, I've got book 2 of The Wheel of Time as an audio book now. I did book 1 last year, and I'm going to do book 2, and I think it's excuse me, sorry. I have to have a check. I think it's about as long. I think it's I think it's about 20 hours again. So I might listen to that. 2, 4, 5. I like to have a backup book though, because sometimes, especially with the Wheel of Time, they can go on. They could go on a little bit, and I do get a bit bored. So I do like to toss in a Vicky Patterson or a I can't think of the name. It's hello. I've got a computer right here. I will just Google it. Ink I'm just going to my Google Books. Account. My books in Google Play. Because they're in there already. I do too. It says that. Oh, it's because I'm. Oh, no, I can't change that. Alright, I'm not going to change that. Because if I change from Fiberific to Chantel, it's going to kill the stream. So, I can't remember who writes the other books that I like to listen to. My brain hurts. And I'm not going to risk killing my stream to get the name. And I'm using my phone for Instagram. So, I don't want to kill that by accident either. Although it's about to drop out. So, if you're on Instagram and want to continue watching, when it drops out after this hour, I'm going to continue on YouTube for just a little bit longer. And then if you want to watch that, you can come over here and watch with the rest of us. So where am I? I can't count. 2, 4, 5. Yeah, so that's about it. I'll probably there's Abby's CDs in the car, which are all those Get Fresh, Spring and Autumn and all those. And I actually don't mind them. I quite enjoy them. Except for some reason we've still got a Christmas Carol CD in the car and it's got to go because it keeps being added into the rotation and it's driving me up the wall because you'll be like, listening to a song and then it goes on to the next CD and it's like, it just wants the next. I was about to sing it, but that wasn't going to happen. And it, it's a Christmas song. I think it's a Mariah Carey Christmas song. So I'm like, get off. So it's like you're driving along and it's like, quickly change the CD and try not kill people at the same time. Because Christmas songs in March are wrong. Put that in a meme. So who is coming to Spendigo this year? I don't think you're coming, are you, Anka? It's a bit far for you to travel this time. 7. Oops. Now, did any of you watch yesterday's video of this cowl that I'm crocheting up today as well? Because I'm addicted to this stitch and I've been working on it. I put Abby's blanket down. Oh, what am I going to buy? Oh my gosh. I don't know. Like, I go down there every year going, nope. I'm not going to buy anything. I'm going to be good. I have got no room in the car and I'm not buying anything. And then inevitably what happens is I buy something. Last year I brought home a 4-shaft table loom and it's still sitting where I put it when I dropped it home because I haven't had time to touch it. And yeah, so I didn't even cover it and so it's dusty. Okay, Instagrammers, you got 20 seconds and then it's gonna go. So it's been great chatting on Instagram and we're going to continue on over here on Facebook. So bye. It's just us now. I didn't kill Instagram, did I? I just let it finish. 2, 4, 6, 7. But no, I got some gorgeous yarn last year. And I'm not going to lie, I've only used one skein that I bought last year. And I bought hard. I bought a pile of stuff from Shepherdess. I bought a pile of stuff from Cat and Sparrows. I got, what else did I get? The stall that was next to Shepherdess, Cat and Sparrows. Julie, I can't think of the name of her business. Anyway, I got some beautiful, beautiful yarn from her. Oh, yay! Hi, Raylene! Sorry, I'm just reading. Anka says, I cannot come, but I did discover Tolt Yarn Shop, and it's wonderful. So might just go there with Spendingers on and buy stuff. Yeah, you should have your own mini Spendigo. I'm going to try and do some live... I can't... See, this is the problem. You know how, guys, I'm trying to push for the 1,000 YouTube followers, subscribers. There's a reason for it. 2, 4, 6. The reason is at 1,000, I get to unlock some other cool YouTube features, including YouTube Live from my mobile. And that would mean that I would be able to do some YouTube stuff down there while I'm doing stuff, and I could YouTube Live running around buying my things, and we could do stuff at the same time. But I don't have 1,000 subscribers, so I can't do that. And you guys are already subscribers, so I'm preaching to the choir. But it's one of those things. And I try not to focus on the YouTube numbers too much. I do make sure people are watching the videos. I do go in and look at all of that, and see which videos people like and try and make more of those, because what's the point of making videos that people don't want to see? But yeah, Bendigo is exciting. I've actually got a couple of little shows before that. I've got Intercraft. How far off the 1,000 am I now? Let's get you there. I'm actually a fair way off. I've got 390, I think. I'd have to go and have a look, but I'm still under halfway there. So it gets, it's one of those things, right, that I don't want to push it too hard, because I feel like I'm trying to shove it down people's throat, and I don't see the point in that. You've got 607 gamer widows, because I don't have 607 unless something dramatic happened in the last hour. But yeah, I don't want to push it down people's throat, and I try and, I'll say something at the end of each video, like, don't forget to subscribe. And it's one of those things. It's just, that's how many I need. Oh, thanks. Yeah, that's about right. It's more than half. More. I'm not even halfway there yet. So, yeah, so, but then I look at like all these groups and stuff that I'm a member of, and I look at how many times people view, like, because I've got business accounts set up in a few places, I look at how many times people view, like, the thumbnail. Like for yesterday's video, there was like, I think something like 700 or 800 times impressions, basically. So that could be where people just scroll past it or whatever, but it's 700 times that people have seen it, and then it's like, I think it's had like 50 views or something. So I'm like, okay, so the thumbnails aren't driving traffic, so I need to up my thumbnail game. And just people don't have time, and I understand that. You can't watch everything, and you can't subscribe to everything, and I get that. I really do. And I go through my subscriber list on YouTube every now and again, and have a bit of a purging McPurgeson and get rid of stuff. So yeah, it's just one of those things, and I try not to dwell, because I find it very easy to get bogged down in the numbers and you lose a bit of your joy. And what's the point of doing it if you've got no joy for it? So don't look too hard at my numbers, and like my YouTube numbers, that is. And then I can just enjoy what I'm doing, and we can have fun and have a good time and craft and crochet and knit and spin and weave, but not on the loom that I brought home from Bendigo because I haven't touched it, and just have a good time in general. And I really like that. And I like chatting with you guys too. You guys making it fun by asking questions and things like that. I don't feel like I'm talking to the void quite so much. So that's cool too. And that's something I like about the live versus the camera, live versus the recorder, because everything's on a camera, is that you can respond a little, so I don't feel like I am just talking to myself. And I think that's why I can go on a little bit longer on YouTube live versus the recorded videos. Although in saying that, I do tend to record for the tutorial I recorded for yesterday. I had 55 minutes of footage that I had to hack down to a more palatable amount, which I think I got it down to about 16 minutes, which for me I still felt was quite long, but I couldn't hack it down anymore without destroying the integrity of it, like without losing important facts or something like that. And there's no point having a video if it's not all, you know, not all there. I agree completely. Your warmth and the pleasure you take in doing what you do clearly comes across in your YouTube stuff. Oh, thanks, Raylene. That's nice. No, I agree. And when it becomes a chore, I can't do it. Because you guys will see it instantly. There'll be no hiding that it's not good, or that I'm not liking it anymore, or that it is hard work or whatever. So I feel that actors are good, that they can portray stuff even if they don't feel it. But I'm not an actor. And so if I don't like something, you're going to work it out pretty darn quick. 6, 7, on to the next stitch. So where are we at? I'm going to lay this out. I don't know if you'll be able to see it, or if I go that way, it might work better. And have a sip of my coffee. So it's coming along. I really like this stitch, hey. It's taken me a little while to sort of perfect it, and I couldn't show anyone while I was playing with it because I didn't want to give it away. I wanted it to be a surprise. Oops, what are you doing? Oh, phew, I thought I'd made a mistake there, but I didn't. It had just puffed out the wrong way. But yeah, so yeah, I was trying to keep this hidden until I got the video all ready, and there's some samples done in different yarn weights and stuff like that. I tell you what, if you've seen the sample in the green that I've done, I was so disappointed because I just wanted a little sample in a finer way. So I just grabbed the end of a skein that I'd used to knit a shawl with, and it was just sort of, I don't know, maybe 15 grams of the pinwheel lace weight, and I pretty much have done all I can do with that green. And I'm like, I'm gonna have to custom dye myself some green. Excuse me, sorry. So that I can make one of these in that green, because I just love the green so much. Yeah, I don't know how we're going, who we've got in the stream. Can I refresh over here? Done. Nope, I can't seem to refresh. Okay, so if anyone who is still watching can just send a message, just so I know you're still there, that would be great. Oh, you're still here, Raylene. Are you working on some craft at the moment? Did you say if you were before? I'm just having a little look. You were busy trying to get your tech to work. You weren't crafting. So yeah, it's one of those things, isn't it? You sort of can't craft while you're getting the tech to. I felt like a bit of a goose at the start and it wouldn't work, and I really wanted to just go live right on 11 with no dramas. That was some serious wishful thinking, wasn't it? You're making a bag order. Oh, thank you, Gamer Widow. I do feel like sometimes when no one's commenting that it's like, oh, maybe I'm just sitting here talking to myself and I should just kill the stream. But I am going to kill the stream at 12:30 my time. So in 14 minutes, I will have to end it all off. I've got some orders to post out and I don't want to mess it up. So I will make sure I get my work done and not just keep playing doing fun things. But I've had a really good time with this, and now I've got all the setup sort of set up. I'm going to make a pretty overlay so that see the little black square in the bottom corner. I couldn't get rid of that in the brief amount of time I had to fix everything up, which I should have done yesterday. But anyway, I will make a pretty thing, and we can do some live videos. Hang on, sorry, can't talk while I'm slip stitching apparently. Get in, you little stink bag. See, I edit that out of the videos. and make it just look like I breezed through the slip stitching, which I don't. But yeah, I'm going to make sure I can get some more of these videos running a bit more regularly. Maybe do them on a Friday morning. Not if we do a knit along or a craft along, I'd probably do it every week, but maybe just once a month until we decide if I'm going to do that, and just have a chin wag and message each other backwards and forwards, and I can, if I can get my tech to work, I might even be able to invite someone in on Skype to have their little facey in as well, and we'll see if we can do that, although, you know, like bandwidth. Alright, Raylene, you have a great day, and I will catch you another time. But yeah, so bandwidth is an issue, but I will try and have a play with that, and we'll do some, we might even spot some little test videos coming up and going away every now and again of me trying to muck it about, because the only real way to test it is to test it live, because I can test here on my end and it looks great, and then it's not until I try to upload that we come a cropper, because as I said, the download speeds are fine, it's the upload speeds that are the issue. But yeah, so I'm going to keep going with this. I'm going to finish this row today is my goal. Where am I? 2, 4, 6, one more. Because what will happen is I'll put this down and I won't touch it again until at least tonight, because I'll have to pack some things and tidy some things up. I've got to fold some sheets, which is thrilling, like, because you all needed to know that. I need to fold some sheets and towels, and I need to wash some more towels. What is it with towels? Like, I'm not kidding. There's 3 of us who live in this house. Poppy Shane is here at the moment, so that's 4. But I'm washing like 3 loads of towels a week, like tea towels and face washes, and like, admittedly, I've got a dog who likes to sleep on the towels, and if something ends up on the ground, she lays on it and fluffs all over it. So a lot of it's that. But gosh, I hate washing towels. At least when you're folding up your towels and your sheets, you can sort of make a big laundry pile look really little really quickly because of how bulky they are. So that's a bonus of folding the towels. So if that's your takeaway from this YouTube video, folding towels and getting rid of your linen out of your laundry pile makes your laundry pile look a lot smaller, then that's good. That's something, isn't it? Alright, I'm nearly at the end of this row, and then I'm going to run away, because I want to do things that's not involving sitting in front of a camera. 2, 4, 6, 7. Oops, I forgot to talk. Sorry, I got sucked into what I was doing. Yeah, so I'm going to work on making the next live stream better. I'm not going to be able to fix the upload quality at all. I'm sorry. All I can do is just keep trying with that, and it's going to be not great. But Anka's asking, how long does it take to crochet a cowl? The silk cowl, it got finished in, I think I worked it out to be 9 hours, but that wasn't all in one day. That was over a few days. This one is taking a lot longer just because I keep putting it down, because I don't need it completed. This one's for me. And stuff for me tends to get sidetracked a lot. But I reckon, I mean, I'm halfway through the ball already. So I think probably by next week, this cowl will be all done and sewn up and ends woven in. Believe it or not, I still haven't woven the ends in on that silver one, which I should probably do. And I'm seriously considering putting the silver one up for sale on my website and seeing if someone wants to buy it. I don't know. but yeah, about 9 or 10 hours for the silver one, and this one probably technically about the same, but I don't give it the time it deserves just to sit down and do it. And when I crochet, I always seem to start out slow, and then after about an hour I'm sort of clipping along at a much better speed. It's like my muscles have warmed up and my hands are like just doing it without even really thinking about it. So that helps if I can just sit and do it. So but yeah, it depends on what you make it out of. The silk crocheted up really quite quickly because it slipped along quite nicely. This one here, I think I'm using a hook that I would not normally, 2, 4, 6. I would normally use a slightly larger hook for this yarn, and so I am coming across the problem of, because the hook's just that little bit too small, that every now and again I'll just split a stitch a little bit. It's also because I'm moving a bit quick than I should be, and so I have to go back and pull it back and fix it up. So that's adding a bit of time. But I wanted this to be really, I really wanted the defined scales, and so I like to just make the stitch just that, like the hook just that little bit smaller. But yeah, so I hope that answered your question. So yeah, as I said, I can really waffle on, but you've been listening for a while, so you know I can waffle on, Anka. But I'm nearly at the end of a row. This is in my video I was talking about how I like 12 steps in my scale cows, and this is a 12-step one. So yeah, have I got enough stitches there too? Yep. But no, I really enjoy this. I know Abby's blanket has taken a little bit of a back seat, which is, I've got to fix it. I've got to get it done. I may have ordered more balls of cotton for it, and I may have ordered the wrong pink cotton. So I'm working out how I can make that sort of part of the pattern. I was talking with the girls at the Caffeinated Crafters group that we have, and one of them there came up with a really, really good suggestion. So I'm going to see if that will work, I hope. So 5 more minutes, guys, of listening to me waffle. Can you cope with 5 more minutes? I probably should have hung up a little while ago, but I'm enjoying it, and the second I hang up, end the stream I should say, I really feel like I have to put the crochet down. I don't want to put it down just yet. I'm enjoying it. I'm having a nice time just sitting here working on it. I'm at 2, 4, 5, 6, and one more is 7. I think my music stopped. Let's have a look. Oh no, we're on to another one. Good, good, good. So our music is being piped in from James J. Sewell at SoundCloud. He is just super skilled and super generous. One of the big things with YouTube. Oh, hey Lynn, how you going? You've got to be really cautious about background noise. So if I've got like a TV show on, or even just Spotify, I could actually get what's called a strike on my channel for copyright, because I'm using someone else's copyrighted stuff. So I really have to consciously make an effort to find stuff to play in the background that is that I'm allowed to use. And so James J. Sewell over on SoundCloud, he allows anyone to use his stuff as long as you give him credit, which I absolutely, because I love it. 3, 4, 5. Oh, what am I doing? I want 4. So yeah, because I like having background music while I'm doing stuff, and it's very easy to accidentally forget and just have one of my playlists running and then realize, oh, this is very bad, and go from there. So Lynn, just so you know, the quality is low because of the old Australian upload speed capping at 1 megabit per second has made it that, so I had to upload at a lower a lower rate rather than going the full HD, which is what I'm actually saving in. So hopefully the saved version comes out well, and if it does, I'll actually upload that rather than this version. So just excuse me for 1 second. I'm still getting over this cold. It's making me crazy. Okay. I may have just started another row. Whoops. Because, you know, I can. Oh dear. Where am I up to? 5, 6. He's tired of me asking where I'm up to. I've got no idea what I'm doing. I think everyone should be making these cows. I've added the pattern over on Ravelry. Sorry, I should rephrase that. I've added as a pattern on Ravelry, but it's not a written pattern. The link is just straight back to the YouTube video, but it means that you can put it in your queue. So I think everyone should go and do that and make one of these because they're gorgeous. And I think I might have to do a thing at Bendigo where if someone rocks up wearing one, I might just have to give them a prize. And I think I could manage to live with seeing a few of these warm, scrunchy things around people's necks at Bendigo, because I'm not kidding. It is freezing down there. I'm cold, and I see people walking around without a jumper on, and I can't deal with it. I cannot deal with it. So if I see people coming up, you guys are the first here to know it. If anyone comes up to me wearing one of these cows, I will find a prize or something to give them as a "You're Awesome" prize. I might have to make a "You're Awesome" prize. So on that note, Lynn, this is the dragon scales cow that I put the tutorial for up yesterday. So I'm about to finish off this stream. So once I've finished off, just go and have a look at the recent uploads on my channel, and there's a step-by-step tutorial in how to make it, and it's based off the corner to corner crochet, except doing this nice textured stitch and into a cow. So that's what I'm making, a dragon scales cow using Tahiti sock yarn. Yeah, Gamer Widows, I know they're acclimatized to it, but I don't know, it makes me colder. I'm down there cold enough and it makes me colder. Listening, like walking. I saw a little girl, I'm not kidding, she was wearing shorts, like short shorts, a singlet and thongs, and I'm wearing jeans with thermals, a thermal under my t-shirt, a jacket, a cowl, a beanie and gloves. And I could not believe it. And like, I was looking at this mother and she's gone, she just won't put a jumper on. Oh, Lynn, where are you from? Hang on. 6 and 7. Because I think we've got mostly Australians in the chat, so having someone, unless your bedtime is lunchtime, which I'm not judging, because there are some days where I would like my bedtime to be lunchtime. North Carolina. Nancy's Knickknacks, which is one of my suppliers, are based in North Carolina as well. I have heard that area is just beautiful, and that I need to get my butt there and go and have a look at it, because there are a lot of people that I really that I respect, that just say, like, people that I respect who have said it's beautiful is what I'm trying to get out. My brain is not functioning. I'm still sick. But yeah, that would absolutely be real bedtime, not lunchtime bedtime. Okay. Well, lords and ladies, it is well and truly time for me to say goodbye. I hope you've really enjoyed this stream. I am going to try and do some more. I will try and work out the issues that I had today so we don't have those again. And And thank you for coming and celebrating my 50th episode with me. I really appreciated it. I hope you have a fantastic day or night, depending on where you're from, and I'll catch you again. Bye. Oh, if I can find where to end the stream.